Welcome back once again. Is there a delay here? Okay, my thing's just not loading. But welcome back once again. I'm not getting a visual. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can
Okay,
you see
cool.
me?
I don't know. Streamlabs just dumb. Every time it updates, it does dumb shit. So sorry guys if you're there. I'm not going to get to see what's going on here tonight.
Maybe. Should we check this stream, see if it's even working?
Yeah. Probably should.
It says we got one watching.
File your taxes 100% free in the app.
Sorry, I'll turn it off so we don't get a feedback loop here. Yeah, we're both here.
Huh. Interesting. I have no visual. So I guess we're just running that way.
See you petting the cat on video, and I'm looking at my phone, so that must mean we're working. So anyway, if you're in the chat and you're in the show, thanks for joining. Appreciate you tuning in. Alec has a birthday this week. Alec is turning, what, 35 this year?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, I'd rather be turning 35 than 42.
All right, maybe it's loading up now.
Catching up.
Good enough. Yeah, okay.
So Alec had an interesting idea, and when I say interesting idea, I mean it's something we haven't done before. And what have we been doing this for 5 years now, or 6?
Yeah.
Almost 6 years.
6 years in April.
Yeah,
we started. Damn, because what's funny is I was going back even today and just listening to some of the old theme songs and segment introduction songs we used to have. Some of them were awesome, and some of them I was like, man, that was really like low effort slop. But it still worked.
I mean, it got the point across. It worked well. We've grown a lot, changed a lot, adapted a lot, but
yeah, originally I had this idea to do like obviously just reviewing a birthday movie, right? But then I was like, well, I want to talk about like 10 birthday horror movies. And then I looked up some because I thought of like 2 or 3, and then I was like, okay, well, I haven't seen like half of these. And that's something to fix. I think that is one of my blind spots. There's way too many obscure horror movies that I haven't seen that everybody else is kind of caught up on. Stuff like Frankenhooker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just actually bought Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I haven't seen any of the sequels. And upon doing some research on the DVD, realized that this DVD kind of sucks because until recently, when it was put out on 4K, or Blu-ray at least, it did not have the original soundtrack from the original movie. It had like replaced shit. So I'm like, huh.
Because of rights management, I fucking hate that.
But then like some people watched that movie and grew to love that soundtrack because they watched the DVD, you know?
Oh, yeah, because they bought it and they didn't know any better. Okay, that's fair.
It's kind of like
I respect that.
I watched Daria, the DVDs, and I don't remember the broadcasts well enough. You know, I saw a handful of episodes as a kid, but it doesn't bother me to watch it knowing that half of the music is replaced, or all of it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's a show that I watched intermittently, but I was not like a scheduled viewer because I feel like that was a show. Like, I mean, you got to think about it. When we were growing up, there was so much scheduled TV. Like, you had to be there at the time. DVRs weren't a thing yet.
Yeah.
And so unless you recorded it or they were doing a night of like reruns or a marathon, you pretty much had to like hunker down and like be on schedule. And if you're doing anything else, you just miss that one.
Yeah.
So I totally feel that.
Well, let's talk about some of these birthday movies. Let's talk about some of the ones I haven't seen. So,
okay.
Happy Birthday to Me, Bloody Birthday, and Don't Panic all seemed interesting. Haven't seen any of them. But they kind of fit into that, what I was talking about, like movies I've heard of at least once or twice or seen the cover of because it's iconic.
Yeah.
I think specifically Bloody Birthday has like that very iconic imagery.
Yeah, Bloody Birthday from 1981 is on my 2C list. Apparently there's a movie from 2021 called All My Friends Hate Me. I didn't watch a trailer for that, but that piqued my interest because that's a more recent one. Sweet 16, also from 1983, is a horror movie there. There said April Fool's Day, but I don't know why that's on there. I didn't really get into the rabbit hole of reading about it. And then Happy Birthday to Me from 1981. So
I was supposed to say I have April
that's
Fool's Day on DVD, but I've watched it once and I can't recall. So
okay. Yeah, and
um,
I branched out from just horror because like I was
Right.
obviously just going into like, okay, what movies do I know that have a birthday party scene or something like that that's
well, there's some.
iconic that you
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Even with some of these horror options, they're not super obvious. So, like for example, the obvious first one that came to my mind was Child's Play.
uh-huh.
And that's
Yeah.
because recently in December I was making Christmas horror list, and I was like, you know what, Child's Play takes place in winter. Is he a Christmas gift or a birthday gift? I can't even remember. Makes more sense
Yeah.
that it's a birthday gift though, but because otherwise it would be marketed, differently perhaps,
Oh, yeah.
or at least looked back on differently and on lists all the time. But that first Child's Play is great. He's a gift. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like Gremlins is a Christmas movie, like Child's Play is a birthday movie. Same kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. The other one that's in that same vein but drastically different, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Completely out of there, but you're getting a gift for the whole premise of this movie is you getting this gift,
Well,
right?
that brings me to a very interesting point. Man, I wish I had the picture. If I can find the picture of this, I might post it on Instagram, but there's a lot of elaborate things here. So a birthday I had once at Chuck E. Cheese, right? I had one birthday party ever at Chuck E. Cheese,
Okay.
and I can remember two gifts from this birthday party. One, Star Wars Rebel Assault 2 on PlayStation.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
yeah, a sick fucking game.
Love that game.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I actually wish I could play it. I need to get back into that shit. And then a Woody doll that was bought by my mom's work friend Phil,
Mm-hmm.
who was a gay man.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a thing that I didn't understand at that age, and they all thought it was fucking hilarious that this man bought me a Woody doll.
Yeah.
Little did they know I would turn out to also not be straight. Much
Yeah,
like Woody's curved wood.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a fun story. You said Toy Story,
Yeah,
and
no.
that brought me to that because I saw Toy Story in theaters as a kid, and I was like, fucking A, dude. This rules.
Yeah. No, I mean that movie's iconic, and you think about it, but just when you think about movies about getting a gift for a birthday, it's right on there.
Speaking of movies about getting toys for birthday gifts, toys that come to life, even. Perhaps The Indian in the Cupboard is a good choice. This is a movie,
Yes.
actually, and the book. Here's the thing. Lately, I've been like, you know what I want to do? I want to get a cupboard. And I want to put...
Oh,
I want to get a little Native American. I'm not going to say Indian because that's just at this point, fucked up.
yeah,
Even though it's called The Indian in the Cupboard.
yeah.
I want to get that little figure, which you can get a lot of. The VHS came with one back in the day. There's lots of replicas and stuff like that. There's actually 5 books in this series as well. So I'm going to get all 5 of those perhaps at some point. Keep them in that cupboard. So I'm going to fucking make a cupboard if I have to or find one. And then I'm
Are you
going to
gonna
put
make it?
I'm going to put Darth Vader in there, RoboCop, a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. I have all of those already.
That would be really cool, actually. That's a good movie. I've not seen that in forever. I should revisit that with my kids. Just 'cause that's a
Listen.
fun.
I was revisiting it recently. I haven't watched it again yet, but I was thinking about making a, top 10 movies for kids with adult themes or I haven't figured out the best way to word it. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
But
I get what you're
movies
saying.
like that or Where the Wild Things Are,
Mm-hmm.
that there's fucking real tales of fucking morality and existentialism in Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh, for sure.
It's pretty brutal, actually. I remember just being kind of scared when I watched it as a child because of that.
Yeah, so I remember reading it, and then I'm trying to when did the movie come out? So I must have read that before the movie came out.
94, 95,
Yeah, so I probably would have
96.
read that then. Yeah.
I don't know.
And you read that book, and that's just one that not a ton of people talk about, but I think the only reason it's not as popular now is because the whole cowboys and Indians, kind of concept.
Well, I was about to say that,
Just
and the fact that it's the Indian in the cupboard. You know what I mean?
the
A little out of
title is
date.
problematic for sure. Yeah, but I mean, it's the cowboys and Indians thing is out of date, and so I think that doesn't necessarily age well, but that movie is better than it should be, and that's an entertaining book for sure.
Yeah.
I remember watching that and enjoying it quite a bit.
What, you got another one for us?
Yeah, so my next one is Parenthood. Did you ever watch Parenthood?
I have seen Parenthood, yes, and I own it on DVD actually.
Okay. So
I don't
that's
recall a
one that-
birthday scene exactly, but it doesn't surprise. Oh, actually, there is a birthday party. Now that I'm thinking about it, isn't there? Steve Martin's the dad at the birthday party. It's his kids, right?
Yeah, and they hire a magician, and that doesn't work out, so he's dressed up as a cowboy there.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. And so to me, like when you said birthday movies with birthday scenes, like that's the first one that popped into my mind, and I don't know why. I've not seen that movie like a million times. I've seen that movie probably 5 times max. It's just one of those that stuck with me because I saw it when I was young enough, and I remember like there's a kid named Justin in it. So anytime like that automatically stuck with me as having seen that as a kid. So
Young Keanu's in that.
uh-huh. Yeah, and so was River Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
So what's your next one?
I've got Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
which is Jason's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the film, Pamela Voorhees says, this is my son's birthday, and fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare to die, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like obviously super birthday themed, but you can dance around it a little and call it a birthday film.
Yeah, that falls in there for the horror genre, I would say, for sure.
I think our mom's birthday is on a 13th, so it's been a Friday the 13th before.
Yeah, it is.
It is. There's obviously some classics, like Happy Death Day. I've never even seen the sequel. I watched the first one once and was like, okay, it's all right.
Yeah, Happy Death Day I liked well enough. Like I've only seen it the one time, and I saw the sequel as well. It was not, it lost the magic of the first one just because they're just trying to do more with it, and they try to explain more of the backstory. But I think they were both on streaming at the time, so I just watched them both, and I like the first one better. And it's an entertaining film. It's not my favorite horror movie by any means, but it's definitely worth mentioning because of the topic here for sure.
16 Candles.
Yeah, it's hard not to mention that one. John Hughes' directorial debut there. So
pretty classic movie.
Sam's 16th birthday, man. That's a classic one.
Logan's Run. You ever
So
seen this one?
I have not seen this one, but it popped up when I was doing my research, and I was like, huh, okay.
I have Logan's Run on DVD. Very weird sci-fi movie. Stars.
Okay.
I don't remember the actor's name, but you'll know him as Basil from the Austin Powers movies.
Oh, okay.
And it's the future, and it's like there's this weird carousel thing, and anytime people turn 30, essentially you get killed. Like that's the maximum amount of time you get to live. So it's like this guy, Logan, portrayed by him, that guy, it's his 30th birthday is like approaching, but he's also one of the people who puts down people for their birthdays, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, oh shit. He's like, wait a minute. It's kind of that thing. And he starts running away, and sci-fi adventure ensues, but it's kind of low budget, but it's not super. It's like, I wouldn't even necessarily, I can't even distinguish if it's just low budget or just old. It's 70s sci-fi. So,
okay. Yeah. Because,
but at the same time, I don't know, like maybe it's just the costumes and stuff like that are a little cheesy, but
yeah, I wonder what studio put that out. because that would kind of tell us
Yeah.
a little bit more about it, right? So let's see. United Artists, so UA, so that's a major distributor, right? A $7 to $8 million budget back at the day. Yeah, so that's a major motion picture, I'd say. It just
Some of the
it's a
scenery
sign of the
is
times.
very awesome. The set design and stuff like that. And they probably used a lot of like, weird architecture and went and shot places. But
Mhm.
a little bit more modern. Longlegs.
Oh, yeah.
Birthdays that take place on the 14th.
That's a good call because a lot of places miss that one, but that is a great call.
Yeah, that's one of the first ones I thought of because I
Yeah.
don't know, the birthday thing's kind of ingrained in my head with that movie. And again, I think that movie was overhyped. By the time I went and saw it in theaters, I was like really annoyed with how not as good as I thought it was going to be. It was. But I watch it now that my expectations are different, and I really enjoy it. So
Yeah, I think that was a movie that really got hyped up because there's not a lot of Nicolas Cage in it, and they hyped it up like that he's this crazy character throughout this entire movie, and it's way more subtle than that.
well, it didn't have to be that. I expected him to be kind of minimal, like Buffalo Billy.
Yeah.
But what I honestly did not expect from the trailers and marketing was any supernatural elements. So those were introduced pretty early on, and it was obviously a big part of the movie. So that was what made me like, oh, I didn't. Now I look at it as more like, oh, this is kind of Twin Peaksy,
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, I think that's one of those movies that's the problem with hype sometimes, though. It can really fuck stuff up.
Yeah.
So if you can eliminate the hype to that, then you can enjoy it much more for what it truly is. Then
Stop comparing it to goddamn Silence of the Lambs, and we would have had a good time. Because that set me in a very like realistic serial killer line. Like Silence of the Lambs is, depending on who you talk to, it's a horror movie, it's a thriller. But like, I'm gonna say right here, I would say first and foremost, it's a crime thriller.
yes, it's in the vein of Seven, which is a crime thriller, right?
Yeah.
Also crosses that genre border of, okay, ultimately this is a crime thriller that happens to be very gory and has lots of other themes that fit into that. So
Yeah.
totally agree with that.
And Longlegs was like that, but it was also supernatural. So it was, again, there's just initial expectations that fucked with me.
And you have Goodbye Horses and Silence of the Lambs. You did not have that in there, although that would have made Longlegs exponentially better.
Yeah. You do have some good T-Rex songs.
Yes, the soundtrack to that and scoring was enjoyable. I liked it. So
Here's another one for you. I don't think you've seen the McPherson tape, also known as UFO abduction.
oh, okay.
It's a 80s found footage film about.
Okay.
It's like the movie starts as just home footage of a birthday party when they hear a noise outside and their power's going out and shit.
It's
They
called the
go in.
McPherson what?
Tape.
Oh,
I have the Blu-ray release of it, actually, very limited release, or at least like, I don't know. I'm putting that like it's a limited edition. It's not a limited edition, but it's the only time it's ever been released on any physical media. So,
Okay.
but it's a very old, interesting found footage style UFO movie. Pretty cool.
Okay,
though.
I'm down for that because enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. Scream 3.
Yeah.
It's Roman's birthday party at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. I watched Scream 3 recently already, so.
So we talked Child's Play, but we
Mhm.
got to talk Problem Child.
I
Because
did
he-
think of that as well.
He fucking terrorizes the birthday party of
Nice.
Lucy's birthday
Is
party.
he dressed as up as the devil at that party?
I think so. Junior dresses up as the devil and destroys that girl's party because like they are rivals or whatever. It's epic.
Amazing.
Oh, obviously a Child's Play on there. City Slickers.
And City Slickers too.
Yeah, but City Slickers is their 39th birthday. He gets the passes for his 39th birthday. Mitch does. His friends get it for him. And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, is it possible that we do that for your 39th birthday?
Go and
Is
do a
this-
cattle drive and go and see the sights from City Slickers too in City Slickers?
Yes.
A film location tour, but we dress up as them?
Yes. I
Who's
mean,
our John Lovitz? Because obviously in this scenario, I'm Billy Crystal and you're. All right, I guess we have to have a Bruno Kirby / John Lovitz stand-in.
Yeah, I'm obviously the Daniel Stern asshole in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Ah!
Just remember, you got to lose a watch inside a cow.
Yeah. This is what's so funny is I've seen the second one like 100 times and I've seen the first one maybe twice.
I don't know, man. That's one of those movies. The first one I think is a better actual movie. The second one,
It's not
It's
even
like-
that. It's the nostalgia.
yeah, the second one really hams it up, and then, like they beat that one to the dead horse with like the replay value of that one because when
Yeah.
that came out, I think we were just at that age where it was on HBO or whatever it was, like all the time, and we just watched it because you're like, okay, this is a decent movie to watch. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
Love that one. Batman Begins.
Oh, this is an interesting one. I haven't heard this one. Whose birthday is it this?
Bruce Wayne's birthday is happening when Ra's al Ghul burns down the mansion.
Oh, sick
Yeah.
birthday.
Pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
That's one that I was like, oh shit. I was like, that is his birthday party that they burned down that mansion. So,
I like that.
Liar Liar, right?
Yes.
Liar Liar is based on the entire foundation of Max not wanting his dad Fletcher to lie on his birthday. That's his birthday wishes, that his dad can't lie to him anymore. Like,
That's a movie that I have a VHS copy of, and I think I'm good with that. Like, I don't need the upgrade to DVD. I'm like, if I need to watch it, I'll just throw on the tape.
I mean, if I got that for like a quarter at a garage sale, sure. But like, I don't give a fuck about the quality of that movie. It's an entertaining movie. It's not one I want to watch a lot,
Yeah.
but it's a fun one every once in a great while.
Here's one for you. The Lord of the Rings. Fellowship
Oh,
of the
the fellow-
Ring.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins' 111th birthday. Come on now, you got to go to this party.
My 11th birthday.
Yeah, that's classic. Yeah, that's on my list too. Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck, Miles' birthday, and then they obviously have the drunken clown in there. That's a classic scene.
Yeah. The pancakes.
Like, the giant pancakes with the snow shovel that he has to
Yeah.
flip them with. I mean,
Classic.
holy shit, that's so good. Rip John Candy.
Leprechaun 2.
Oh shit, that is a birthday movie, isn't
Leprechaun 2. It is his 1000th birthday, and then he has to like go and do this shit
it? Mm-hmm.
that like starts off the plot of that movie.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Leprechaun 1 and 2 I like, but I don't love. I prefer 3 and In the Hood. And well, 3 in space and In the Hood.
Once they start getting really ridiculous with that series and when it becomes really fun. The first movie's its own thing. The second one is trying to figure out tonally where they're going, and then by the third one, they're just like, all right, we're going to take everything about Freddy's dead and fucking like just run with this as the movie style of horror, like 90s direct-to-video horror movies, and it's amazing because of that. Mrs. Doubtfire. So you got to realize that the whole reason this entire movie takes place is because Chris's birthday party is thrown by Daniel, even though the mom doesn't want to because he has bad grades. So like he goes down the divorce. Basically, this birthday party that he has at the beginning of this movie causes the divorce, causes the whole fucking downhill slide of ruining his life and trying to get back on track because of a birthday party.
Brutal. It's been years since
Yeah.
I've watched that. I probably watched it once in my adult life.
That one's pretty good. As a divorced parent, I think I watched it once or twice, like after going through all that shit, just to be like, all right, is there any hope by watching something like this? And it's mildly amusing. It's, I haven't watched it since because I'm at a better spot. So it's not like high on my list, but birthday scene in there.
There's a Disney Channel original movie called The 13th Year, or 13th Year, it might just be called. It stars one of the
Okay.
Lawrence brothers, and it's about mermaids. On their 13th birthday, they start to become mermaids. And he becomes like a mermaid.
Did we watch that at home? Didn't we? Did we watch this as kids?
I mean, this came out in like
This-
probably 1998, so you were probably not much of a kid anymore.
Yeah, but
Maybe even later, to be honest, like 2001 or 2.
that sounds like oddly familiar in a way that you're like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Old school. Frank's daughter's 8th birthday party. He gets fucking tranquilized
Oh,
from the petting zoo.
sick.
Sean William Scott's in there. Like, that's a classic scene, like of him in the water and just like passing out.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I like that one.
Jawbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
It's that girl's 17th birthday, and they wake her up, shove a jawbreaker in her mouth, and shove her in the trunk of a car to try to fuck with her. And then she accidentally chokes to death in the trunk on the jawbreaker. And they have to. It's like Mean Girls with murder. That's what everybody says. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's better than Mean Girls because it features Rose McGowan.
The Jerk with Steve Martin has a nice birthday sequence. Twinkies for his birthday.
It's been a while since I watched that one too. I think I have it on Blu-ray.
That one's pretty good, but you got to watch it a few times to like really appreciate it because it's the comedy's from a different time and not in a way that's like universally accepted now. So you got to watch it a few times where, some shit that's from then that's a comedy just like still holds up or whatever, but that one you might have to watch a few times to really get into.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Fuck yeah, that's on my list too.
Rocky is born, and it's his birthday. They have a little birthday party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
RoboCop, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
RoboCop has a little birthday party.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do when you're forced to go back to work after you've been murdered?
Yeah. And not only that, but you're forced to be a cop again.
Blech.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think that's about everything I've got listed, unfortunately.
Trying to think if we missed anything on mine. No, that pretty much covers it, right? Because you had Rocky Horror, which I hadn't mentioned yet, but you mentioned that. And then I do have a 2 view list, right? So we already talked that, but The Game from 1997 is apparently has like a birthday sequence in there that's worth checking out. Falling Down. Here's a horror movie that takes place around a birthday, The Omen from 1976. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Been a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I watched that in junior high, but I have not since rewatched it.
That's burned into my skull, the lady standing on the outside of the building or whatever saying, "It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you," and jumping off the building and shit. Burned into my brain.
Yeah, so there's birthday sequence in there. So that's one that's worth mentioning. And then yeah, that pretty much covers it, right? I think that's all I've got. So,
There's other random stuff like Harry Potter has birthday scenes, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking mention Harry Potter. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that asshat doesn't need any fucking more money, especially being a type of human she is. So
Basically.
I mean, if you ask me, I would just unexist all things Harry Potter just to spite that woman in her hateful ways.
Feel that.
Yeah, so happy birthday. Your birthday's this Thursday. You got some birthday peers we'll shout out here too. Our buddy Tony Taylor from Tony Taylor Toys has his birthday. If you're not a Ghostbusters nerd like we are, he has 3D printed this fucking bonkers Statue of Liberty display piece for the Ghostbusters. It's 1/12 scale, and it's a table that it's got the arm and the whole inside head of the statue with the slime and everything.
9-year-old me
He's
would
done
have
that
killed my
recently.
parents to own this.
Yeah, it was fucking incredible. I was like, oh my God. That is, I thought my little containment unit, like Ghostbusters basement thing looked cool. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then I see that and I'm like, holy shit, that is next level.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Tony Taylor. And then our friend Kip Marshall has the same birthday as you as well. And then the great state of Kansas. So
Yeah.
take a bite out of your...
Well, that's not only it. That's also The great legendary broadcast host Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah.
And
I feel like Oprah on hiatus.
Well, and I was also going to say Paul Fusco, creator and voice of Alf as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. Yeah, so what you got any big birthday plans this year? What you looking forward to doing? It's a Thursday, so that's not the most exciting day of the week to have a birthday.
Gonna do minimal thrifting. Hit up the Olive Garden. Get some breadsticks, maybe a sangria, some ravioli. And
You're gonna wear a Fast and Furious shirt to the Olive Garden because when you're here, your family.
I wish I had a Fast and Furious shirt. No, I should just dress like Paul Walker.
That would be dope. Just wear that attire.
It'd be funny. Yeah, and then maybe seeing Send Help that night. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I feel like doing that or just coming home and watching a movie.
Yeah, you'll have to see how it goes. Just see how you're feeling. Because this weather sucks, man. After being in California and then fucking coming home to this cold-ass weather, I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah. This has been ass the last few days. It was literally below zero yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah, trust me. I've been out there working in that, like starting the day with it, and you're like, oh, man, it's brutal. Brutal. Like today, it got up to like 28 or 29, and I walked outside and I was like, this feels good.
Yeah.
Which is twisted because normally you get down to like below freezing and you're like, man, this sucks. But 28 felt good today in the sunshine.
Yeah, man. Brutal.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of movies this year, man. I feel like there's so much I need to get caught up on. And then now that we just added all these birthday movies to the list, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, Scream's coming out this month, Scream 7, so the channel is going into Scream mode for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's going to be doing other stuff as well. But I just recorded a video on the first Scream movie tonight before we did this, as well as a video on the TV cut of Ghostbusters 2. Those will be coming out sometime this week. And then I got some more. I got a Final Destination 3 Walmart DVD video. And I'll be going through all the Scream movies. I might rank the deaths from them all, too.
Damn, that would be intense.
It'd be 6, not all in one video, just separate, one by one.
Yeah, one movie at a time. So what I'm thinking about Scream here is all the cool fucking merchandise they had for that. So do you remember that Scream candle I had?
Yeah.
All the time growing up, the Ghostface candle?
I want that thing.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that is, but I think I got that at a Spencer's in Omaha, Nebraska when I was up there the summer after that came out. And so I had that. It had a glow-in-the-dark Ghostface mask on it, and the rest of the candle, I never burned it because I didn't want to ruin it, but it was a really fucking awesome candle.
Yeah.
And then you know what else I saw the other day? Somebody posted a Jiffy Pop thing, had a Scream promotional like sleeve on it. I was like, damn, I wonder how hard those are to find on like eBay.
Yeah.
Like just finding the old like movie tie-in, promotional tie-ins out, going back to something like that, because a promotional tie-in for an R-rated movie is kind of difficult, but that's something that like Blockbuster would have been great at selling at the time, right? Because, okay, here's your popcorn for your movie. It's the classic aluminum foil Jiffy Pop.
Yeah.
So
here's something interesting. Do you have Scream on VHS?
Oh, I think I have the first one.
You need to get yourself a copy because it's either that the film is unrated or it's open matte to where the unrated scenes that are cut down in the normal version are in that.
Really?
Like straight up.
Oh, shit.
And I have never realized this before.
Huh.
And I don't know. I can't even remember where I learned this. It was a comment somewhere, maybe. It might have even been a comment on one of my videos. But somebody or something led me to this information. Like examples of Stu standing there holding the knife, where in the normal footage of the film, it pans down and shows a bunch of blood dripping from his hand. But it doesn't do that in the other version. So, nothing crazy, but...
Yeah. And that first Scream, man, was so controversial at the time. Just like the guts falling out. Like they had to edit that so many times just to get the R rating, because that first kill where his guts fall out on the patio by the pool. Oh.
Yeah.
Like that was and like you look at the shit we see now and like You know, like that's fairly mild in the grand scheme of things. Like, right? I feel like zombie movies showed more guts than that did.
Terrifier 3 was unrated, right? Or
I'm pretty sure it
NC-17
was.
or whatever.
Yeah, even in theaters. Yeah.
Let me look this up. Because I think it was like, yeah, it's the highest grossing, like, unrated movie of all time, I think. Or, like, theatrical release. I don't know. Something like that.
Sure.
Pretty crazy. Anyway. Yeah, that's about it. A lot of upcoming stuff for the channel this year. Scream month. I'll be doing Evil Dead month when that comes out.
Evil Dead, I'm looking forward to going back and rewatching all those because the Evil Dead, and they say remake is fucking good.
It's decent. I like it. I still like Evil Dead Rise better than it, though.
Yeah, I didn't say it was great. I said it's good. There's a lot of people that just, my biggest gripe with it at the time, and which I didn't see it in theaters, was just because I'm like, well, how are you going to do this without an Ash character?
Mhm.
And when I eventually saw it, I was like, okay, well, that makes kind of sense. But I didn't feel like they marketed it well enough to kind of differentiate that.
Yeah.
But I get that. So
I'm actually going to be doing some interesting physical media videos for Evil Dead as well because I don't have them yet. But I'm sure you're familiar with the Anchor Bay editions of the Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 that are Necronomicons.
yeah, I remember when those were on sale at Target. My friend Daniel is a huge Evil Dead fan. And so when those came out, well, first of all, I remember like when Evil Dead 2 was easier to find than the Evil Dead, like on DVD. And then when the Evil Dead came out on DVD, like tracking that down to watch it because we hadn't seen it because Evil Dead 2 had better distribution. And then because of the home video popularity of Evil Dead 2, they actually re-released Evil Dead on DVD at the time. And tracking that down and having those Necronomicons that match the Necronomicon in each of those movies as those like
Well, they didn't.
textured covers.
From what I can tell, there wasn't one for Army of Darkness, but they did one for the first two. And I'm going to get
Yeah,
both of
Army-
those and do videos about them because those are sick.
Yeah, Army of Darkness is owned. It's owned. I mean, that was part of the reason why they call it Army of Darkness instead of anything else. Same characters, but it's owned by a different company, which is why it's not in all the box sets and everything else. Is its own thing, and even why in Ash versus Evil Dead.
Well, even between Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, I think there's rights issues. So
Yes, there are. That's why
That's-
That's why they had to refilm some of that shit for Evil Dead 2. So, but I think most of that's been settled since then. Whereas Army of Darkness is still in universe, but separate from everything else, and so it makes it a pain in the ass, even from Ash versus the Evil Dead, which I need to do a rewatch of that series. That
I
was
think
so good.
I think they eventually combined everything in Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think it might have been like temporary rights, but I'm pretty sure by the end of it they combined everything. Like
they did, but I don't think they called it the S Mart and certain things like that. I think there are still changes in there of.
Well, actually, yeah. Now that
IP.
I'm thinking about it, the series
So-
opens up with him working at S-Mart.
I don't think they call it S Mart, though, is what I'm saying.
Now I'm
Something
I'm
to get into when you do your Evil
second-guessing.
Dead stuff.
I'm wanting to get into it now. I'm like, what is it? I have to know the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be hard to find. I just rewatch it. I need to get that whole series on Blu-ray. Though. I'm only on the first season right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good series though, man. Like and then when I saw Bruce Campbell live here in town, and then they showed Army of Darkness because they were just rotating which movie they're showing at each city. He said, they canceled it because no one was on it. Wasn't that a Stars original at the time? And so no one had like a Stars subscription. He's like, yeah, the viewership was fucking terrible on it, so they canceled it. Like they're lucky they got the 3 seasons they did.
Honestly.
And yeah, and then he's basically like, now it's a huge thing on home video. And I'm like, well, that kind of works for Evil Dead because the only one of those movies that I feel like did halfway decent was Army of Darkness in theaters.
Well, honestly, 3 seasons of a show like that is fine too. We didn't need to just drag it on just for the fuck of it.
No, and the way they end it too, they ended on something that could have gotten real fucking goofy for season 4, depending on how they did it. So I'm good with that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well,
Yeah, let's wrap this shit up, man. Hopefully you have an awesome birthday if I don't see you or talk to you before then. I'm sure I'll
Yeah.
talk to you on your birthday at some point in time, but we'll see.
Yep. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for tuning in, watching us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hanging
watching
out with us. No one talked tonight. No one in the chat, at least that I saw. So
Yeah, I couldn't see the chat on my end at all, so I was relying on you. So
yeah, I don't know. Unless Streamlabs was messing up, there was no chat.
yeah, that's all good.
It happens. Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna have to say good night.